guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing finally the next video in this Swatch My Collection series. Being pregnant, I just got so far behind. I was so tired at the beginning, and then at that point it was like 4 months later and I wasn't sure if I wanted to keep doing it. I did keep swatching my polishes, I just didn't have like intros and what I thought about each polish done. So I am starting from polishes that I swatched a while ago, but I figure was still worth sharing with you guys. If this lighting looks familiar from my previous video, it is. I figured I would mass record today, get some stuff out of the way, so I'm sorry if the lighting's a little off. Of course, I picked a day that it's kind of icky outside, so I can't use the natural lighting. So I just kind of have these really, really hot indoor bulbs blaring down on me, but let's go ahead and get into it. So the first polish I have is a mini polish, and it is from the brand MDJ Creations. This is something Majestic. I used this as a topper over black, and it was beautiful. So I did do one coat of this over a black nail polish, and doing it over black just kind of helps bring all of the secondary colors out in it. So instead of it just looking purple, you get tons of shifts of these green and magenta flakies, and it's just really, really nice. You can build this up on its own. To me, I feel like it doesn't look as nice on its own. It's still pretty, it's just not as popping. So I really like this over black. So you're going to see one coat of something Majestic over a black base coat. The next polish is from the brand Manhattan, and this was my first experience with this brand. This was something that Anne sent to me in our swap box, and this is in the shade Moscow Night. This is a super nice plummy purple. Obviously I'm not the biggest fan of purple, but you're going to see a few in this video because in my last video I had done, I want to say green. I'd done greens and then I had a lot of requests for purples. So I did do a full purple video. I lost a couple of the bottles, so I'm not including them in this video, but some of these, I mean, I got a good bit of purple going on in here. But anyway, so this is a nice plummy purple, and it's got a super strong gold flaky shimmer running throughout it. Had a fantastic formula, really easy to use, really easy to work with, and it did have that nice paddle brush that a lot of people seem to like, the wide, thin, or the wide and flat brushes. So I mean, that was pretty nice to work with. Anyway, it went on really nice. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Moscow Night in a glossy top coat. So the next polish is called Rendezvous With You, and this is from China Glaze. It is a metallic purple polish. It's made entirely, I mean, of course it's in a tinted base, but it's got a lot of these like super shard silver metallic-y glitters in it. So it's really, really beautiful actually. This is a purple that I do wear. I've worn this a few times since swatching it. I applied 1 coat of this in the video. I did do 2 coats for my photo because I thought in the video that it was opaque on 1 coat. It wasn't, but it was very, 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 very close. Like, if you were super careful with your application, you could easily wear this on 1 coat. It has a fantastic, easy to work with formula, so I was really, really impressed by this one. So in my swatch photo, you are going to see 2 coats of Rendezvous in a glossy top coat. The next polish is Mother of Dragons, and this is from the brand Ever After. This is a gray crelly with a bunch of different multi-chrome flakies and a gold shimmer, and this was obviously named off for Daenerys off of Game of Thrones, which I absolutely am in love with. So one of the main reasons I got it, and the second main reason, is because I'm an absolute flaky lover. This has a really nice, really easy to work with formula. It is acrylic, so it is quite sheer on the first coat, but it does build up really, really nicely. I did get this one completely opaque in 2 coats. My nails were shorter at that time, about the length they are now, so depending on how long your nails are, you may want 3 coats because it is acrylic. It does have a little bit of a thicker coat because it's acrylic and because it has so much of that glitter in there, but it's not difficult to work with by any means. These flakies though did kind of stick to my nails a little bit, so just keep that in mind. It wasn't like super difficult to remove, but it just wasn't as easy as like a cream or most flakies are. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Mother of Dragons and a glossy top coat. The next polish is Stream of Enchantment by Dainty Digits. This is a Robin's Egg Blue Crelly, and it has a bunch of flakies and that same kind of like tealy blue shimmer running throughout it. This one I expected to love, and I didn't as much as I really wanted to. Like, the outcome itself was beautiful, but it was so sheer, like it could easily have needed 4, maybe even 5 coats. I did stop at 3 and I could still see nail line. It doesn't show very well. I'm looking at my swatch photo. It doesn't show well in the photo, but I know I wore it a few times and it just never got fully opaque on that 3rd coat. So you will definitely need more than 3 coats. Also, Crellies tend to have like a thicker formula. This one was very, very thin. It didn't make it super difficult to work with, but you do want to be careful because it could very easily run down the sides of your nails and flood into your cuticles. So that was something that I had to keep in mind each time I applied. But in my swatch photo, you're going to see 3 coats of Stream of Enchantment and a glossy top coat. The next polish is Zoe from KL Polish, which is just a YouTuber. I'm sure everybody knows this brand by now, Kathleen Light's brand. I really, really wanted to love this. Like, I love the color of it. It's a beautiful color. It's just not easy to work with. It's very, very thick, and you can see in the live application that it's not pleasant. If you overwork it, you're gonna end up streaky, and then if you don't work it enough, it like just applies really weird and unevenly. So I really like this, but I did have to do, like, it would have been completely opaque in 1 coat had it have been an easy polish to use, but I did do 2 coats. The first coat was very wonky and weird, and the second coat I did a really like much thicker coat because I figured it'd give me more polish to work with, and that did help a little bit, but it wasn't that pleasant to work with. And honestly, I've only used it once since then, so it did kind of put a damper on the color itself for me, but I do love the color of this. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Zoe and a glossy top coat. So the next polish is Revved Up by Formula X, which is going out of business. I don't know if they still have polishes in Sephora. My Sephora's been cleaned out for months. But anyway, they are going out of stock, out of business, so if you can get your hands on some, I've never had a Formula X polish that I didn't absolutely adore, including this one. It is a nice metallic rose gold polish, almost completely opaque in 1 coat. Had I worked enough with it, it would have easily been completely opaque in 1 coat. I did do 2 coats though. I felt like it was just better, especially because it was the first time I used it. Now I've used it a few times since then, and I've never had to put more than 1 coat on. Perfect, 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 perfect formula across the board with this one. Like, no complaints whatsoever. It stays where you put it. It's got like the thinner brush on it, so it's really, really easy for me to get very close to my cuticle and form that perfect smile line. But in my swatch photo, you're going to see 2 coats of Revved Up and a glossy top coat. The next polish is from Frenzy Polish, and this is called Falling Leaves 2. I'm not sure if this is available because, as far as I know, Frenzy has gone in and out of business multiple times. So I can't be sure that they are in business. I can't be sure that they're out of business. Either way, I will put them in the description box below. But I was on a Crelly kick for a while, so that's why there's like 5 of them in this video. And this is a white Crelly polish with like red, orange, yellow, and green flakies and like a holographic glitter throughout it as well. This one will be really, really nice in the fall time. It is acrylic. It's going to take 3 coats to be opaque. It's a little bit on the thicker side, but it is very easy to work with, and it does make for an absolutely beautiful manicure. So in my swatch photo, you're going to see 3 coats of Falling Leaves and a glossy top coat. So my next polish is from Turtle Tootsie's Polish, and this was my very first experience with this brand, and it was a very pleasant one. This is in the shade Chocolate Chip Mint, and it is a light minty green with like black flakies and a holographic glitter. Again, another curly polish. I did only have to do 2 coats for this. Again, it's on the thicker side, but it is so easy to work with. It's so smooth, just really, really fantastic formula on this one. These black shredded glitters though, they do tend to stick to your nail, so just keep that in mind. It's not a super difficult removal, but it's not like super easy breezy beautiful cover girl. You know what I'm saying? So in my swatch photo, you are going to see 2 coats of mint chocolate chip mint and a glossy top coat. And the last polish I have for you today is from the brand RDL Young Beach Love. I'm not really sure. This is another one that was sent to me from Anne in our swap box, and it is in the shade Tahiti. I hate to end on a negative note, but I really, really didn't like this polish whatsoever. I mean, it was okay, but it just wasn't my style of Crelly. So this is a white Crelly, and it's got larger green, gold, and red glitter, and then it's got smaller red micro glitter running throughout it. There's a lot of glitter in here. It's not super thick. It's not super difficult to work with. I just didn't like how it looked on the nail. Like, so, I mean, I don't know. I guess it was just okay. Honestly, I would never wear it again though. So, really unfortunate because I'm such a Crelly lover. But it is what it is. In my swatch photo, you're gonna see 3 coats of Tahiti and a glossy top coat. Alright, so that is it, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this week's Swatch My Collection series. Hopefully I do end up getting back into them. I did do 10 this time for being gone for such a long period of time, but I will probably end up going back to 5 very shortly. In fact, I do have another 5 lined up to do, so I will probably just go ahead and get those out of the way too. But let me know what your favorite from this week is. I had some fantastic ones in here from indies that I'm not going to pick a favorite from this week. I will link everything in the description box below that's available now. I know there's a couple that aren't available anymore, but I will link them, the brand, in the description box if they're still a brand. Give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more from me, and I'll talk to you guys again next time. Bye.